Be me, Nolan, 26. Currently existing in that weird post-college phase where you have a job, but not a career. Work as an inventory associate for a restaurant supply company. Basically, I count boxes of napkins and oversized cans of tomato paste. It pays rent and allows me to buy decent cheese sometimes. Life is calm, boring, but calm. Then the invite comes. College reunion. Not a big 5 years thing. Just a 5 years out mixer organized by the Alumni Association. Smells like desperation and cheap wine even through the email. I delete it. 2 days later, I recover it from trash. Boredom is a dangerous motivator. Plus, I got a haircut that I thought looked good in the chair. Now I realize I look like a startled hedgehog. Barber went way too high on the sides. I convince myself that going to this thing will validate the haircut. Logic is flawed, but I commit. Put on my one nice jacket. It's a corduroy blazer I found at a thrift store. Smells vaguely of pipe tobacco and someone else's memories. Drive to the venue. It's a hotel ballroom that clearly usually hosts dental conferences. Carpet is a dizzying pattern of beige and maroon swirls. Name tags are peel and stick. Write Nolan in Sharpie. Handwriting looks like a ransom note. Walk in. Immediate regret. Room is full of people aggressively projecting success. Everyone is loud. Everyone is holding a drink like a prop. I see guys I used to play Halo with wearing suits that cost more than my car. I see girls who used to throw up in trash cans, talking about their consulting firms. I navigate to the bar. Get a gin and tonic. Mostly tonic because the bartender is judging me. Turn around, and there she is. Rebecca, my ex. We dated for 2 years in college, broke up because of different trajectories, which is polite code for I didn't know what I was doing, and she wanted to move to Chicago. She looks great, annoyingly great, wearing something green and structured. Hair is perfect. She's laughing at something a guy in a vest is saying. I consider Army crawling out of the room. Too late. She spots me. Her eyes widen. She waves. I wave back. Spill a little gin on my thumb. We meet in the middle of the room near the shrimp tower. Nolan, she says. Rebecca, I say. You look sturdy, she says. Sturdy? Yeah, like grounded. I count napkins for a living, I say. She laughs. It's the same laugh. Hits me right in the chest. We talk for 20 minutes. It's nice. Awkward, but nice. She's doing marketing for a startup that makes sustainable dog toys. I pretend to understand the nuances of hemp rope density. Event winds down. Hey, she says. A bunch of us are going to an after party. My dad rented a house nearby for the weekend. Huge place. Come, have a drink. Alarm bells ring. Her dad is there? Your dad? Yeah, Harold. He's in town. Wanted to see the old campus. He loves hosting. Come on. I should say no. I should go home to my apartment that smells like toast and loneliness. Sure, I say. Terrible decision. We Uber over. House is MC mansion with too many pillars. Inside is nice though. Kitchen island the size of an aircraft carrier. Music is playing. People are loosening ties and kicking off heels. I'm 2 drinks deep now, feeling loose. Wandering toward the kitchen to find a lime. Bump into a wall of a man. Polo shirt tucked into khaki shorts. Boat shoes. Holding a bottle of bourbon, like it's a baby. Oops, watch the paintwork, he booms. Turns around, it's Harold. Rebecca's dad. I met him once junior year. I was hungover and wearing pajama pants. He was helping her move a bookshelf. He looks exactly the same. Square jaw, eyes that see right through my soul. Nolan? He asks. Mr. Vance, I say. Harold, he corrects. Harold, I repeat. You're the guy who dropped the bookshelf on his foot, he says. That was gravity's fault, I say. He laughs. Loud booming laugh. Claps a hand on my shoulder. Feels like being hit by a gentle bear. Drink? He asks. I'm good, I say. Nonsense, he says. Pours me 3 fingers of bourbon. We stand in the kitchen. Party swirls around us. Harold wants to talk. Not about Rebecca. Not about my job. He wants to talk about deck maintenance. You seal a deck in the fall, Nolan. You save yourself a headache in the spring, he says, eyes intense. Moisture is the enemy, I venture. He points a finger at me. Exactly. Moisture is the silent killer. People ignore the grain. You have to respect the grain. I nod like, this is religious scripture. We talk for an hour. He tells me about his lawnmower. It's a 0-turn radius. He's very proud of the turning radius. It pivots, Nolan. Literally pivots. I keep drinking the bourbon. It's smooth. Too smooth. Room starts to get fuzzy around the edges. Rebecca waves at me from across the room, gives me a thumbs up. I think I wink at her. Might have just blinked heavily. Night progresses. Crowd thins out, people calling Ubers, people passing out in guest rooms. Harold is still talking about gutter guards. Mesh is a scam, he whispers conspiratorially. Solid aluminum or nothing. We move to the living room. Huge leather sectional. Looks like it swallowed a herd of cows. I sit down. Just gonna rest my eyes for a minute, I say. Good call, Harold says. Power nap. Recharge the batteries. He sits on the other end. Last thing I remember is Harold explaining the difference between satin and semi-gloss exterior paint. Fade to black. Dreamless Boyd, ellipsis, ellipsis. Waking up. Slow, painful process. Head feels like it's full of wet cement. Mouth tastes like bourbon and regret. Light is streaming in through huge windows. Blindingly bright. I squint. Try to move. Can't. Something heavy is on my legs. I look down. It's a leg. A man's leg. Wearing khaki shorts. Panic spikes. I trace the leg up. There is a torso. Wearing a polo shirt. There is a face. It is Harold. We are on the sectional. Somehow, during the night, gravity pulled us to the center. We are roughly in a V shape. My head is near his shoulder. His arm is draped loosely over a throw pillow that is touching my ribs. There is a fuzzy gray blanket covering both of us. It looks intimate. It looks like a postcard for a very specific type of lifestyle. I freeze. Don't breathe. Maybe if I don't move, time will reverse. Harold snorts. Eyes snap open. He stares at the ceiling for 3 seconds. Then he turns his head, looks at me, looks at his arm, looks at the blanket. Huh, he says. Voice is gravelly. Morning, Harold, I whisper. Morning. Nolan, he says. Neither of us moves. Cold in here last night, he says. AC was cranking. I agree. Blanket was necessary, he says. Survival situation, I confirm. We are rationalizing. We are. 2 men building a reality where this is normal. Suddenly, footsteps on the stairs. Fast footsteps. Dad, did you see my charger? Rebecca. We both scramble, but the blanket is tangled. Couch is too soft. It looks like we are struggling, like we are wrestling in slow motion. Rebecca rounds the corner, stops dead. She is wearing oversized sweatpants and a messy bun, holding a coffee mug. She looks at Harold, looks at me, looks at the blanket tangle. Silence is absolute. Dust motes dancing in the sun. What, she says, voice flat, is happening? Harold manages to sit up, smooths his hair. We fell asleep talking about gutters, he says. It sounds like a lie, even though it is the absolute truth. Gutters, Rebecca repeats. Structural integrity, I add, trying to stand up, trip on the blanket, fall back onto the couch, bounce slightly. Rebecca takes out her phone. Don't, I say. Flash goes off. This is going in the group chat immediately, she says. She is smiling. A cruel, shark-like smile. Dad, you're cuddling my ex-boyfriend. It was a tactical warmth exchange, Harold grumbles. Getting up, knees popping loud enough to wake the neighbors. Coffee? Harold asks me, ignoring his daughter completely. Please, I say. We go to the kitchen. Rebecca follows, typing furiously on her phone. Vanessa says, OMG cute, she reads aloud. Tell Vanessa to mind her business, Harold says, pouring beans into a grinder. Jamie says, ask him if he's ready to be a stepmom, she continues. I put my head in my hands. I have to go, I say. Nonsense, Harold says. I'm making waffles. Belgian. I have the iron. Of course he has the iron. I stay for waffles. They are delicious. Awkwardness level is a solid 9 out of 10. Rebecca keeps looking at me and giggling into her orange juice. Harold eats with the focus of a surgeon. So, Harold says mid-chew, what are you doing for housing next month? I freeze, fork halfway to mouth. What? Housing. You mentioned last night your lease is up and your landlord is selling the duplex to a developer who wants to put in a vape shop. I did? Vague memory surfaces. Me ranting about gentrification while Harold nodded about zoning laws. Oh, yeah, that. I sigh. Haven't found a place yet. Market is brutal. Studio apartments are going for like $2,000 and a kidney. Ridiculous, Harold says. Predatory. He looks at Rebecca. Rebecca stops giggling. Dad, no, she says. We have the basement suite, Harold says. Dad, absolutely not, Rebecca says. It's empty, Harold says. Mom uses it for her crystals, Rebecca says. Cynthia has too many crystals, Harold says. He looks at me. Come on, Nolan, stay with us. Few weeks, until you find a spot. We're only 20 minutes from your work. I couldn't, I say. It would be weird, Rebecca says. We slept under the same blanket, Harold says. We have a bond now. He's joking, but he's also not joking. Harold is a man who solves problems. I am a problem. He wants to solve me. I'll think about it, I say. Just to escape. Leave the house. Check my phone. 15 notifications. Rebecca posted the photo on Instagram. Caption, wreck this club. Dad edition. I want to die. Drive home. Enter my apartment. Landlord is there. Standing in the living room. Guy named Peter who wears Bluetooth headsets 24/7. Hey buddy, Peter says. Good news. Closing date moved up. What? Need you out by Friday? Developer wants to start demo. Friday? Peter? That's 4 days. It is what it is, man. I'll give you back the full deposit plus $500 for the hustle. $500. That won't even cover a moving truck. Panic sets in. I look at my apartment. Boxes of cereal on the counter. Stack of unread mail. Hoodie draped over the TV. I have nowhere to go. Friends are all married or living in shoeboxes. Parents are in Florida living their best retired life. I look at my phone. Text message from unknown number. Harold here. Forgot to mention. I have a truck. Can help move. Let me know. Universe is conspiring against me. I text back. Does the offer still stand? 3 dots bubble immediately. Garage code is 1234. See you Friday. Fast forward to Friday. I am packing my Honda Civic. Harold pulls up in a Ford F-150 that looks like it has never seen dirt. Let's do this, he yells. We load my sad collection of furniture. Mattress with a questionable stain. Desk from IKEA that wobbles. Box of books I haven't read. Drive to their house. It's huge. Pull into the driveway. Garage door opens. Rebecca is standing there, arms crossed. I cannot believe this is happening, she says. It's temporary, I say. Dad is excited, she says. He bought special bagels. What makes a bagel special? Don't ask. We move my stuff into the basement. It's actually nice. Finished suite. Mini kitchen. Bathroom with heated floors. But there is a smell. Sage and lavender. Heavy. Door at the top of the stairs opens. Woman descends. Floating, not walking. Wearing layers of linen flowing garments. Holding a burning bundle of sticks. It's Cynthia, Rebecca's mom. I remember her as an intense woman who asked me about my birth chart when I was 20. She has evolved. She is now fully ascended. Nolan, she says. Voice is breathless. Welcome to the sanctuary. Hi, Mrs. Vance, I say. Cynthia, she corrects. We don't use hierarchical titles here. We are all energetic equals. She waves the burning stick around my head, coughing slightly. Clearing the stagnant energy of your displacement, she explains. Thank you, I say. Displacement is trauma, she says, staring into my eyes uncomfortably long. We must honor the transition. Are you feeling grounded? I'm feeling unpacked. The physical is just a manifestation of the internal, she says. Harold, she yells up the stairs, voice suddenly sharp and normal. Did you move my meditation cushion? I can't find my center without the cushion. It's in the laundry, Harold yells back. Cat puked on it. Cynthia closes her eyes, inhales deeply. We release the cat puke, she whispers. We release the cushion. She looks at me. Dinner at 6. We are having deconstructed tacos. Sounds great, I say. She floats back upstairs. I look at Rebecca. She's gotten more, I say. She's a life coach now, Rebecca says. She has clients. They come over. They cry in the living room. Just warning you. Great, I say. I unpack my hoodie, put my toothbrush in the fancy bathroom. It looks dirty next to the marble. I am living with my ex's parents. This is my life now. Dinner time. Table is set with placemats that look like woven grass. We sit down. Me, Rebecca, Harold, Cynthia. Tacos are indeed deconstructed. Piles of ingredients separated on the plate. So Nolan, Cynthia says, how does it feel to return to the nest of your past relationship? Rebecca chokes on a tortilla chip. Mom, she wheezes. We are holding space for truth, Cynthia says. Is it triggering? Do you feel the echo of old intimacy? I look at Harold. He is building a taco tower, completely checked out. It's fine, I say. Everyone has been very welcoming. Repression, Cynthia nods. Very common in men, Harold represses. Don't you, Harold? Pass the salsa, Harold says. See, Cynthia says. Emotional wall, brick by brick. Rebecca kicks me under the table. No one's just staying for a few weeks, Mom. Don't analyze him. I am not analyzing, Cynthia says. I am witnessing. Dinner ends. I offer to do dishes. No, Harold says. Guest privilege. Go relax. I got this. I retreat to the basement. Sit on my bed, stare at the wall. Can hear footsteps upstairs, muffled voices. Phone buzzes. It's Rebecca. Sorry about Mom. She means well. She just has zero chill. I text back. It's fine. The taco components were good. Lol. Sleep well. Don't let Dad sneak down and talk about drywall. I go to sleep. Morning comes. 6 a.m. Knock on the basement door. Nolan, you up? It's Harold. I groan. Yeah? Door opens. Harold is fully dressed. Jeans, polo, sneakers, holding 2 mugs. Coffee, Ethiopian blend. Supposed to have notes of blueberry. I don't taste it, but the guy at the store swore by it. He hands me a mug, sits on the edge of my bed. I am in my boxers. Pulled a sheet up. Thanks, Harold. Listen, he says. I got a project today. Need a second pair of hands. You working? It's Saturday, I say. Perfect, he says. We're restaining the gazebo. I didn't know they had a gazebo. Okay, I say. Rent is free. Labor is the cost. We spend 6 hours staining a gazebo. Harold talks the entire time. History of the neighborhood. Why pine is inferior to cedar. His theories on the local school board. I just nod and brush. Rebecca comes out around noon, brings us lemonade. You guys look like a sitcom pilot that didn't get picked up, she says. We're bonding, Harold says. Male camaraderie, vital for the soul. Rebecca rolls her eyes, smiles at me. You missed a spot, she points to a pillar, touches my arm. Brief contact. Electric shock. Awkwardness spikes. She walks away. Harold watches her go, looks at me. She's dating a guy named Bradley, he says. He's a DJ, calls himself DJ K-Hole. I hate him. Oh, I say. Nice. Not nice, Harold says. He wears sunglasses inside. Disrespectful to the lighting fixtures. We finish the gazebo. I am covered in stain. Smell like chemicals. Go inside to shower. Cynthia intercepts me in the hallway. Stop, she commands. I freeze. Your aura is jagged, she says. I've been inhaling fumes, Cynthia. Toxic load, she nods. We need to scrub your auric field. Come to the sunroom. I really need to shower. 5 minutes, she insists. I end up sitting in a wicker chair while Cynthia hits a tuning fork against her knee and holds it near my ear. Hear the frequency? She asks. She hums. I hum back just to make it stop. Break through, she whispers. Finally escape. Shower. Feeling clean. Walk into the kitchen. Rebecca is there, eating yogurt. Dad says you're a natural with a brush, she says. I have a gift, I say, grabbing a banana. So, DJ K-Hole? She groans. Dad told you. He mentioned the sunglasses. It's casual, she says. Defensive tone. He's creative. Does he play weddings? He plays raves, Nolan. Underground stuff. Cool, I say. Very cool, I say. Very cool. Don't be a jerk. I'm not. I'm being supportive. Living in your basement. Eating your bananas. Supporting your rave boyfriend. She looks at me. Actually looks at me. It's weird having you here, she says, softly. Good weird or bad weird. Just weird. Confusing weird. Door slams. Harold enters. Carrying 3 bags of mulch. Mulch sale, he yells. Buy 3, get 1 free. I bought 12. Moment is broken. Days turn into weeks. I settle into a rhythm. Work during the day. Come home. Dodge Cynthia's attempts to journal my shadow self. Help Harold with some insane home improvement task. Installing a dimmer switch that controls nothing. Fixing a faucet that wasn't leaking. Building a birdhouse that looks like a cathedral. Rebecca is around. We watch TV sometimes when her parents go to sleep. Sit on the couch. The same couch. Careful distance. Talking about shows. Talking about nothing. Feeling everything. Sean comes over one night. His name is Sean. He is wearing a mesh tank top. And yes, sunglasses. Cynthia loves him. Sean is in touch with the vibration of the youth, she says. Harold hates him. Visibly shakes when Sean speaks. We are all having dinner. Sean is talking about his soundscape project. It's like noise but structured, Sean says. Like construction? Harold asks. No, man. Like the sound of urban decay. I prefer the sound of silence, Harold mutters. Rebecca looks embarrassed. I feel a protective surge, not jealousy exactly. Just, she deserves better than a guy who thinks static is art. So Sean, I say, how do you monetize urban decay? Sean looks at me, adjusts glasses. Money is a construct, bro. I trade energy. He lives with 3 roommates and sells vape juice. Rebecca clarifies quickly. Entrepreneur, I say. Harold snorts into his mashed potatoes. Dinner ends. Sean leaves. I don't like his energy. Cynthia decides suddenly. He refused to take off his shoes at the door. Blocks the flow of the home. He's an idiot, Harold says. Nolan, you're not an idiot. Mostly. Thanks, Harold. Bureaucracy hits. I'd been applying for apartments. Every viewing is a nightmare. Open house with 50 people, fighting over a studio with no windows. Application fees adding up. $50 here, $70 there, burning through my savings. Get a lead on a place, 1 bedroom, decent price. Landlord wants references, personal and professional. I put down my boss, and I put down Harold. Figure he's a homeowner, looks good. Landlord calls Harold. I am in the room when he answers. Hello? Yes, this is Harold Vance. Listens. Nolan? Yeah. He's living in my basement. I cringe. Quiet. Clean. Paints a mean gazebo. Listens. Trustworthy? Let me tell you. I woke up cuddled next to him one morning, and I didn't even mind. That's how safe this guy makes you feel. I face palm. Hard. No, not like that. Well, maybe a little. Look, give him the place. He knows how to seal grout. Kid respects moisture barriers. Hangs up. Nailed it, he says. Harold, I say, you told him we cuddled. It's a character witness, Nolan. Shows vulnerability. I don't get the apartment. Landlord ghosted me. Probably thinks I'm in a throuple with Harold. Desperation rising. I can't stay here forever. Cynthia is starting to leave crystals in my shoes. To ground your steps, she says. I put my foot in my sneaker and crunch a piece of amethyst. Almost break a toe. Rebecca comes downstairs late one night. I'm on my laptop, looking at listings on Craigslist. Hey, she says, wearing a hoodie. My hoodie. From college. She still has it. Hey, I say. Heart does a stupid flip. Finding anything? Found a place above a bowling alley. Might be loud. Might be, she says. Sits on the edge of the bed. Mom wants you to stay for Thanksgiving. That's in 3 weeks, Rebecca. I know. I can't be the ex-boyfriend living in the basement for Thanksgiving. That's a screenplay written by a sadist. Dad wants you to carve the turkey. He does not. He says you have steady hands. We laugh. Quietly. Room feels small. Air feels thin. Sean and I broke up, she says. Oh, tragic. The soundscape silence. Shut up, she smiles. He was annoyed that I talk about you too much. You talk about me, apparently? She looks at her hands. It's nice having you here, Nolan. Messy, but nice. Yeah, I say. It is. We look at each other. Lean in slightly. Upstairs door slams open. Nolan, Harold roars. Furnace is making a clunking sound. I need ears on this. Moment shattered. Rebecca jumps up. Go, she says. Duty calls. I go upstairs. Listen to the furnace. It is indeed clunking. Bearing is shot, I say. Knew it, Harold says. We can fix this. YouTube tutorial. Let's go. We fix the furnace at 2 a.m. Covered in soot. High five. You're a good kid, Harold says. Don't break her heart again. He knows. Harold sees all. I won't, I say. If I get the chance. Work on the housing first, he says. Can't date my daughter while living under my floorboards. Rules of engagement. Fair, I say. Next day, miracle happens. Friend of a friend is moving to Denver. Needs someone to take over lease. Decent place. No interview. Just sign and pay. I sign. Tell the Vances at dinner. Cynthia cries. The energy is shifting again. Abandonment wound activated. She hugs me. Smells like patchouli and expensive lotion. You are always welcome in the sanctuary, she sobs. Harold nods. Stoic. Good for you. Check the water pressure before you move fully in. Replace the shower head if it's stock. Always replace the stock head. Will do, Harold. Rebecca is quiet. Pushes peas around her plate. Moving day. Harold insists on using the truck again. We load up. Take everything to the new place. It's a second-floor walk-up. Harold judges the stairs. Risers are uneven. Code violation. We get the stuff inside. Harold looks around. Good bones. Needs paint. I have leftovers. Eggshell. Soothing. He claps my shoulder. Don't be a stranger. Leaves. I'm alone. Apartment is quiet. No crystals. No mulch talk. Feel weirdly empty. Knock on the door. It's Rebecca. Holding a plant. Housewarming? She says. It's a succulent. Hard to kill. Thanks, I say. She walks in. Looks around. Nice place. It's okay. Water pressure is decent. She laughs. Harold told you to check. He did. She stands there. Shifting weight. So, she says, now that you don't live in my basement, yeah? Do you want to get dinner? Like, real dinner. Not deconstructed tacos. I'd love that, I say. Cool, she says. Cool. She moves to the door. I should go. Mom is trying to smudge the cat again. Good luck with that. She pauses. Hey, Nolan. Yeah? Dad misses you already. He texted me from the truck. What did he say? She checks her phone. He said kid needs a better toolkit. Buy him a ratchet set for Christmas. I smile. He's not wrong, She leaves. Door closes. I look at the succulent. Put it on the windowsill. Look at the boxes. Look at my phone. Open the group chat. Scroll back to the photo of me and Harold cuddling. It's still funny, actually. It's kind of perfect. Phone buzzes. Text from Harold. Forgot to mention. Furnace filter at your new place. Change it. MERV 11 or higher. Don't cheap out. I type back. On it, Harold. Put phone down. Start unpacking. Life is messy. Haircut is still growing out. But the filter is going to be high quality. And I have a date on Friday. Things are looking up.